What they found inside that sealed jar was not what anyone expected. Not stories, not history. Something else. Something unsettling. Texts that didn't explain reality. They questioned it. In 1945, near Nag Hammadi, Egypt, a sealed jar was discovered. Inside it, 13 ancient codices, buried, hidden, almost erased from history. But the real mystery was never the discovery. It was the content. One of the most striking texts found inside was something called the Gospel of Thomas. But it doesn't read like a gospel. There is no story, no timeline, no miracles, just sayings, short, direct, almost cryptic. If you bring forth what is within you, what you bring forth will save you. No structure, no authority, just a suggestion that everything you are looking for is already inside you. Another text goes even further, the Gospel of Philip. Here, knowledge is not something you learn, it is something you remember, something hidden, something personal. It speaks of truth as an experience, not a doctrine, and it suggests something even more unsettling, that the divine is not somewhere above, but within, waiting to be uncovered. And then there is the Apocryphon of John. This text describes a completely different version of reality, a different origin, a different creation, not a perfect creator, but a flawed one, a being that created the world without full understanding. And humans? Not just creations, but carriers of something higher. Something that does not belong to this world. So now, the question is, why were these texts hidden? Why bury them in a sealed jar instead of preserving them? Were they protected or suppressed? Because if these ideas were allowed to spread, they would challenge everything. Authority, belief, control. And maybe that is exactly the point. So what was inside the Nag Hammadi library? Not just ancient texts, not just forgotten writings, but ideas that refuse to stay buried. And maybe the real question is not why they were hidden, but what happens if people start to understand them again.